don't be desperate to get in a relationship. Work on yourself first. So me myself, for a little bit, I was desperate to be in a relationship because I seen my future. I already seen that I was gonna be successful in my future, and I was desperate to find somebody before that happened because I didn't want to become successful, and then I don't know who's gonna love me or for my money, for my success. But obviously, I mean, I'm single, so obviously that didn't work. I was still getting, having to, go through breakups and everything through that process. And as time was going on, I'm like, man, like, this obviously isn't gonna work. I'm looking in the wrong places. That the area that I live in, the women are not up to par to the standards of that I want. So I'm looking in the wrong places. How can I look in other places? I'm gonna have to work on myself, better my mindset, better my habits, better my surroundings, and maybe I'll meet that person there. Because she might be doing the same exact thing. She might be on the same wavelength as me, or she might be in the atmosphere, so she's used to people being successful. And is she there for me or for my money? At that point, it's not going to be so obvious at that point because she's around success. She is successful. You know what I mean? And also, if you have like trauma, you have to work on that anyways, because otherwise, even though if you don't want to bring that trauma into the next relationship, naturally you will, because it's a habit. You've never worked on it yet. So if something's not working out, if you keep on looking and looking and looking and nothing works out every time, maybe it's you. And maybe it was me. It could be me because I have different standards, or me because I have issues. Either way, I have to work on myself first. And I always give people that advice, like, I don't understand, like, I'm always looking at, like, the social medias and everybody's so desperate to be in a relationship, but it's like, why? Are you rich yet? Or are you still complaining about your boss at work? And you're going to want to be in a relationship with somebody who's possibly complaining about their boss also, and you guys are both just going to be stressed out over bills, inflation, probably going to bring a kid into the world, and you guys are not financially stable. You have to work on yourself, become financially free, meet that person there or along the road. That way you can bring a family into a comfortable environment to where you could give them what they want. You could teach them different things. They don't have to grow up in the urban areas. You know what I mean? You could show them different ways to live so that way they could be successful because you have the experience. Now you could show them how to gain that success also. Instead of, struggling to pay bills, having to move here, sleep on couches, and just stressed out about who's going to pay the bill and all that. It just don't make any sense to me. It doesn't make sense to dive into a relationship if you're not financially stable. You have to get your stuff together first, in my opinion. Get your stuff together first, then you find that person to spoil. You guys can spoil each other because she's going to be doing the same thing. She's going to have the same lifestyle. So that, my friends, is my advice for today, for this episode.